Hello, wonderful people. The highest in me bows to the highest in you. May the light in us rise up to the surface and keep shining bright. Thank you for tuning into Soul Guidance with Deepti Sahani. This is our weekly time dedicated to the tarot for the soul. We use this time to connect with the wisdom of the archetypes, to be able to create a consistent channel of staying connected to our higher selves, being observant, understanding how our ego shows up in different aspects of our life, and learning to become more aware of our own selves, our own patterns, and thereby navigating in a manner that is most aligned to us. Thank you for all those people who've been consistently reaching out to me for personal tarot consultations. This week has been really marvelous. I've had so many people reach out to me and share their breakthroughs, their victories, people with whom we'd opened personal tarot portals and helped them navigate through their uncertainties. Grace has shown us that those things have really turned out in a manner which has been for their highest best when they've been able to come to that place of deeper faith and surrender. I've also been learning so much about victories, so much about achievements, and so much about breakthroughs and miracles in the lives of those who are associated with me in the form of deep transformation coaching. So, the energies that we really saw in the last week have been very predominant, and this is going to be a continuation of that. So, thank you for choosing to open this portal from wherever you are. I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths, settle into your own physical embodiment, coming to a place of stillness, and bringing forth one intention that you feel more called towards in your own personal life. For me, I'm going to take a moment and bring in that intention as well. Great. And with that, now let's see what the tarot has in store for us. I feel called to check, since this is such a powerful portal, what is the main theme in our lives collectively that is going to show up this coming week. What it is that we can work with in this coming week. Then, taking in another beautiful deck to understand how we can shine our lives and our light even brighter. What is the calling? And one message of where we can find support as we move through this. The biggest theme that we are really working with in this first quarter activation is our own capability, our own potential. As we've seen in the week before, there is so much of divine grace, so much of existence, that magical energy, the miraculous potential within us. This week is really going to take that a little further. We were very clearly guided and shown that that's going to be a very prevalent theme for the next 3 weeks at least. And this week continues to be that. So, Spirit is showing us that if we are going to take time to go within and then connect with our truest, deepest selves, we are really going to stay connected to that divinity within us, that power, that potential that has the ability to create the life of our dreams. And those dreams have to emerge from a place of honesty, from a place of alignment, from a place of being the core of who we are and not really operating from a place of lack consciousness or operating out of fear, abandonment, guilt, shame, despair, disappointment. If you're able to actually dig deeper when these sentiments show up in our life, we will be able to connect with the deeper core that is more pure, that is more aligned, and from that place, we will be able to shine our light. We will be able to stay connected to the magic that helps us navigate our everyday life, coming from that place of deeper alignment, coming from that place of grounding. So, whatever grounding exercises and practices that you've engaged in and which are a part and parcel of your ongoing routine, those are the sort of practices that are really helping you create that magic. You are connected to the energies of Mother Gaia. And when you close your eyes, when you go within, when you meditate, when you take the time to connect with your spirit aspect, that is the time you're alchemizing and you're taking energies from the universe, from the heavens above, connecting it with the portal of the Mother Gaia, and you are becoming the instrument of alchemy. And that is how you are bringing transformation in your life. You are bringing transmissions in your life. You are changing the texture of your thoughts. You are changing the texture of your feelings. And thereby, you are actually creating magic in each and every moment. Those things which have been in you for the longest of times, and if there are things that don't support you, there have been things that you've gathered in your energetic field because of the survival mode on, those things are coming out. And that is the purge that some of us are experiencing, right? And beyond that, the most innocent desires, the most purest of wishes that you had for yourself and for your loved ones, those are also the ones that are really coming to the forefront. And what I'm really being shown is that all this alignment that we've collectively been working towards, and especially folks tuning into this particular portal, that Holy Trinity, the alignment of the spirit, mind, and body that we've been working towards for the past 9 odd months, has now taken place, and that's where the alchemy has begun. And from that place of awareness, we are now ready to beam and glow. We are ready to really radiate our lives. And I'm also being shown that this particular week, the divine feminine is really going to be very visible, very predominant. So, which aspects of your life do you really feel more intuitive about? Do you really feel more connected to your emotions? Do you feel more connected to your feelings? Do you really feel that nurturing energy come into your embodiment, and you really want to care, you really want to nourish? It could be yourself, it could be people in your surroundings, it could be your plants, it could be your pets, it could just be situations, or it could be the collective as a whole. So the divine feminine is something that's going to really be extremely predominant for that matter. I'm also being shown that we will feel the need to be our own truest selves in the most innate manner, like things which are most intimate to us, we would have opportunities in those aspects of ourselves coming to the surface. So, this I am being shown is also going to translate as more vulnerability in relationships for that matter. And it is also going to be an opportunity for us to learn to hold compassionate spaces for all people in our lives. Thus, we are really going to be in that zone where we can be the most creative selves. We can be the most fertile cells for that matter. So, this is really showing us that we can really move to another trajectory in our physical wellness for that matter. Uh, Folks who've really been wishing to get ahead in their married lives or couple lives and looking at having children, that is also something that is really going to be supported in your lives, and it's going to be super powerful a journey for you as you move on that path to expanded familyhood for that matter. You will be really anchoring good clear energies to be able to then nourish them and allow them to flourish in the universe for that matter. And what it is that can really help us be the truest version of our creative selves, our nurturing selves. So the message is very clear: play, have fun, and don't be so serious. So, as I had energetically felt the pulse that there are many miraculous achievements, many breakthroughs, many miracles that are now flooding our lives, right? So we are going to have umpteen occasions where we can really celebrate, and victories can be small, victories can be big. I am being shown that a lot of people will be bagging a lot of clients, people who are in the field of entrepreneurship. There's going to be monetary abundance flowing in. I'm being shown that there's going to be a lot of emotional fulfillment. There's going to be a lot of emotional security. There's going to be a lot of emotional joy, that place of being able to just open yourselves, expand your heart energy, share that glory, and be able to simply celebrate your life, your human existence. This being able to really come to this deeper aspect of your everyday lives is going to help you make the most of this particular week. So it's a very simple message: to have fun, to not take things so seriously. And when we are able to make things playful and we are able to enjoy things, that is when there's a deeper connection that's happening, because we are more present, we are more available. And when that depth of connection really happens, that's when we are really creating from a place of alignment. And what is really going to support us in this week? Our ability to really be very brave and honest about our own experiences. So, Spirit is asking us to actually be very open in communicating, be very open in sharing. It could be an expression of love, or it could be a slightly challenging emotion or a slightly difficult thought process that you found yourself recently navigating. But if you really muster the courage, if you really come to that heart awareness, that heart energy, and from that place of compassion, you choose to share your truth with people, you will really be supportive, because, and you'll be supportive. You will be supportive and you'll be supported as well. And then that is where the alchemy and the magic will keep amplifying in your life. So it's a very clear message for us to really be very brave and honest, because this one aspect is going to help us come more in tune with our own personal truth. And the truth resonance always works higher than sympathetic resonance for that matter. And when we operate from that place of authenticity, we are more available. We are more available to ourselves. We are more available to people in our relationships. We are more available to situations in our life for that matter. Thus, as we see, this is a very potent week and a week that is going to allow us to flourish. Good time to get started with your creative projects, something that you've been meaning to launch, something that you've been meaning to begin for that matter. And for projects which are already underway, there is a lot of scope for innovation that's likely to come in. We have to go through it in a very playful manner. Wherever you feel yourself coming to a place of feeling a little sticky, just ask yourself, how can I go through this a little more playfully? How can I gamify my experience? How can I be a little more innovative to bring in the energy of enjoyment? So, even if you're going through a challenge, can you ask yourself, how can I really navigate this that is going to help me be a better person? And what about this can I really enjoy? So, thus, going through situations with a little bit of fun element, allowing the inner child to be connected and present at all points of time, is going to help us enjoy things, and definitely we are going to keep reaping benefits of the good work that we've been doing for the past few months now. And of course, one thing that's going to support us through the week is our conviction to be very authentic in our sharing. And there are going to be times when you might want to go back to your old patterns, your older self of choosing to stay silent. But when you say stay silent at a point in time where there's a need for expression, an authentic need for expression, you will suffer in that silence. So, Spirit is guiding us to be brave, to embrace our vulnerability, to embrace our insecurity, and see if you can honor what's coming up for you. But despite that, lean into your edge if that feels authentic enough and be honest about it. And if you don't feel like sharing at that point in time, be honest to say, hey, I feel something around this and I'm not quite sure what it is. So I might choose not to work with it right away. But once I've been able to process and once I'm available for a conversation, I'd like us to talk through it. And that is how you will be your most authentic self. Thank you for actually bringing in this beautiful energy for this coming week. We are co-creating magic. Thank you for holding space for doing that. If you feel called to book a personal consultation, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help. If you feel called to, please share this video in your networks. Thank you for choosing to stay aligned and keep working on this journey of self realization and self transformation. I'm wishing all of us a magnanimous week of a lot of miracles, of a lot of achievements, and a lot of celebration. Let's choose to go through it with a lot of fun. Namaste.